Hope all you swabbies are still awake. Late Night Mega here, and we need to find wands. Or should I say, I wants to find wands. But first I wants to do some sphere gridding. Because we actually have a number of sphere levels I got as I tried to travel Mount Gagazet in search of wands, and he's no longer there. So I had to go look it up in the guide where he's at. So I'm going to show you how to find wands and find, well, probably one of the better shops in the game. Ooh, one level away and we get dual cast. Looking forward to that one. Some other things I did off camera. Remember way back when I was doing post commentary on Mount Gagazet and I thought I missed a treasure in between a bunch of columns? Well, it turns out there was a treasure there, and I picked that up, and it ended up being the
showdown with Sin.
No, it was not the final showdown with Sin. It was the Saturn Crest. Something that involves the celestial weapons that we're not really going to be dealing with. Although it might have been a good idea to. Oh well. So first we need to go to Luca, and we need to find. We gotta go to the Luca Theater, which is this way. We need to find Owaka. So to find the theater, we go in not this direction, because this is the wrong way. But if we went the right way, then we can't go wrong. But we're not going the right way. So yeah, I'm going to stumble around here. It's been so long since we've been in Luca, and you guys know how I am in 3D large open spaces, and I get lost easily. So yeah, that's what's happening here. Do you people talk to me? How rude. Okay, but Owaka's at the theater. This actually takes us outside of town and not anywhere productive. So at this point I realized I was supposed to go north at that one three-way intersection and not east. So let's go back and do that. Oh, something else I did off screen. I boosted Shiva's MP twice. Because I had an abundance of mana spheres, so I wanted to use those. Yeah, this is the theater. Alright, now we gotta find Owaka, which I just ran past him and I realized that, and then I turn around.
Hey, weren't you in prison?
Nah, those monks are pushovers, I tell you. I'll fleece any priest till my name's not Owaka.
Sorry. It was our fault they locked you up.
No problem.
Not
anything for
really.
customer, eh?
Really?
I had a
You take that
once
anything
as
for
old
a
as sister,
customer
you see. A summoner she was.
really,
went on till
really
a
far.
young age. And that was it. Me and once, well, neither of us were fighters enough to be guardians. I think about it every day, I do. If we could have helped her. Least I can do is try to help another summoner. I forget.
Oh, so that's why
Lady
you're
Anima,
so dedicated
she
to help
looks
other
so much
summoners.
Huh?
It's
And
not.
she must look like
Say
your
thanks.
sister. Huh.
Once has got all the good stuff. I walk out at 23rd's retiring.
And we get that message. So
Once has got
I'm-
all the good stuff.
you're not gonna tell me where Wants is. Okay. Well, I'll tell you where Wants is. Wants is in the entrance of Macalania Woods. So now we have to head there. So yeah, I think you have to talk to Owaka there for Wants to appear in Macalania Woods. So that's why I made the stop here at Luca first. Plus I wanted to start out on the airship. Because, you know, special intro phrase and all.
The final showdown.
No, it's not. Stop that. Okay, so now we gotta go to Macalania Woods. Thunder Plains, Lake Macalania. Nuts. I guess I gotta go to Lake Macalania, which, fortunately, with the shortcuts opened up, it's actually pretty easy to get back to the entrance. In fact, we don't even have to battle anything. I don't have to worry about it. Hey, I forgot about this treasure. 4,000 gil, really? I'm sure someone was yelling at me for that in the comments section about that treasure for so long. And, well, now we have it. Should use that on the other wolf guy. Avoid that brutal 191 damage. I don't know if we can handle it. These guys look weak. And, okay, yeah, we are going to run into a battle there, but we're not going to run into a battle in the woods. Oh, I better heal up, though. Or not. Okay, I'm out of sync with past gameplay me. Yeah, this is the way to that special Starlight Bridge. We'll call it the Starlight Road. No, that's not a pro wrestling reference, that's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Reference. Oh, we've made enough pro wrestling references in this game, and we're still not done. We're not done by a long shot. But yeah, and I'm kind of guessing at what people are going to comment about. I know if I was watching my Let's Play as it was being uploaded on YouTube, I would be commenting on those same things, but as it stands, I'm going to have the entirety of this game, not just gameplay, but also post-commentary, recorded before the first episode of this even aired.
We got some goodies today.
I like to be ahead in recordings, just so, well, because I have a lot of video games that I want to play.
Well,
And, no, I wanted weapons. Ah, here we go. Okay, so we get, yeah, you can buy the things with 4 empty things and just create your own weapons. I'm gonna do that somewhere. But now I can only afford to buy one thing. Oh, there's so many options. And you know what? I'm gonna get this. I have some ideas for it. And we can sell a bunch of stuff that I'm not ever going to use. And here's where I realize I have the Peaceful Armlet to have no encounters. So that's going to be useful as well. But anyways, I do like to have, you know, an abundance of things recorded. I know when I started this channel and I started to get going on this and I wanted to do daily uploads, it was a little bit challenging some days, you know, with my work schedule and all that, that if I had to record, if I was out of material that was recorded, so I didn't have anything to run through my editor, and then subsequently upload on YouTube, you know, it kind of became a little bit of a struggle. And so now I've kind of got a good system where I can just do like a batch of recording whenever I want, or whenever it's convenient for me, and then I still have a whole bunch of content ready to throw in my editor and then throw up on YouTube. Not that I actually throw up, but you know what I mean. And then there's also the factor that, you know, since starting this YouTube channel, well, I should say when I started this YouTube channel, I was just kind of doing this as kind of like, oh, this is something I always wanted to do. It looks like fun. I could do that with the Mega Man games, and of course, Mega Man games obviously turned into a whole lot more. And in fact, I was kind of almost done with playing video games. I had very little desire to play anything, even if it was something new that I just bought. And I didn't even have desire to really buy any new games. That's how uninterested I was in them. And then I started this channel, and then I'm like, hey, I can record all of this stuff. And then I'm like, hey, I want to get into RPGs again, and why not record them? So I'm like, yeah, why not? I just totally brushed over everything about how we were customizing. Yeah, we're doing the 1MP thing for Lulu, because that's going to be really good, especially with Flare and Holy. Yeah, you guys know what I'm thinking. We're going to double cast Flare and Holy. And I already know what you guys are thinking, but remember, this is post-commentary me. I already know how all that's going to turn out. I'm trying to comment based on what past gameplay me was thinking, as past gameplay me was playing this segment without the foreknowledge of what exactly was going to come and how things were exactly going to turn out. Also, just for safety precautions, because the last time we had a water battle, I'm going to put some stone protection on, well, at least Waka and Riku, because I have stone protection equipment for them. Yeah, maybe slight spoiler alert, but we're going to another place on here that I didn't pick up last time, because I wanted to save it as a surprise. I wanted to save something. So X needs to be between 11 and 16, and Y needs to be between 57 and 63, and this gets us to the Baj Temple.
The final showdown.
Or Baaj. Baaj. I don't know how you want to pronounce it, but I'm going to go with Baj Temple. It sounds at least a little bit more professional. You guys recognize this place. If you don't, head back and you need to rewatch some of the binge watch this whole series from the get-go. And yeah, this was like one of the early areas. This is actually the first area that we got to in the game, right after Sin invaded Titus's Xanarkand and brought him here. This is where he brought him. So yes, what? Oh, okay. We'll just dive in there. And I think this is kind of giving you the
What's up?
heads
Something
up
here.
that you're only
I almost
using
got
these
eaten
three
by a fiend
characters.
here. Payback time.
I get the picture. All right, let's go.
Yeah. Now I got friends with me. Yeah, green dot. Let's go in there. And of course that's going to trigger the boss battle. And yes, it's that guy that attacked us at the beginning of the game. We finally get to fight him, and he's an optional boss. Gio Segnino. Sure. We'll go with that. He's weak to every element. Okay. Wasn't quite expecting that. Let's start by... Yeah, let's use haste, yeah. I don't remember if this guy can... Okay, he can inflict stone on us. So I'm glad I equipped some protection for that. Let's kick it into overdrive here. And just totally screw up on the elements. That's okay, we still did max damage, so yeah. You... what the heck are you going to do here? Well, if he's weak to all the elements, we have 44 fire gems. I'm not going to use that many. So yeah, let's do that. Yeah, that was about 4,500 damage. I did some mental math with that. Don't think I was, like, doing some insane adding. Basically, I rounded every hit off to 1,000 and then subtracted 500 because there were 5 hits. And so that's a lot easier than just trying to add a bunch of 8 and 900s together. And Riku's clearly going to get a ton of turns in this, so we may as well just spam these gem attacks. It's good. We're getting a lot of progress. Can we, yeah, he's down to 9,000 health already. Immune to darkness, okay. So yeah, this guy isn't too tough, but I'm going to keep spamming these gem attacks just because I don't want him to have a turn where he knocks someone out with his stone punch. I don't want to give him that opportunity, especially after what happened in the last water battle. So yeah, each one of those shots was about 900. You could also think of it 900 times 5, 4,500. Yay, we're learning mental math tricks while fighting a boss in Final Fantasy X. You guys were just totally not prepared for anything that this Let's Play throws at you, are you? Whether it's the myriad of pro wrestling references or learning math in the middle of a boss fight. Okay, with that out of the way, we're back in the center area. So I'm thinking we just have to go straight ahead to that door. No, we need to, it moved us all the way around. Very well. But what could be at this Baj temple? It almost sounds like the Beige temple. Yay, we have surfaced. And even though only 3 of our characters can swim and fight in the water, somehow the rest of our characters are now suddenly with us. Don't ask me how on that. Remember when I've been talking about needing the destruction spheres to do the destruction spheres and the treasure? And speaking of treasure, there's treasure just sitting here. I want it. This is where you need to have done the destruction spheres at all of the 6 Cloister of Trials. There, I almost thought that one wasn't going to activate for a second. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute. I kind of got, past gameplay me got a little bit panicked at that moment. And I'm like, I know I got the destruction sphere at all the temples. Don't even try to tell me I didn't. So yeah, these things will only activate when you've gotten the destruction sphere treasures from all of them. You can go back to all of the other temples except for Bavel, but you shouldn't need to go back to that one anyways. Oh, there's another treasure there. I'll have to get that. And so you can go back and get those if you still need to do the destruction sphere thing. However, at this point in the game, at least in the Mega Elixir, at least in the international version, which this is the international version, by the way, there's an issue if you try to go back to Besaid. I kind of mentioned it in an earlier part, but now if you don't remember, you either have to go back and rewatch past videos. I'm not trying to shamelessly get more views or anything. Or you have to wait until we actually encounter the thing. I will go back to Besaid at some point in this side questing here. Alright, and well, that's all there is for this. You know, this side questing stuff is going a lot quicker than what I originally anticipated. I thought the last temple, the Cavern of the Stolen Faith.
Maester Seymour's mother.
Ooh.
So you know.
Yeah, we've
yet still
seen.
you seek my aid.
We've seen her in the memories from
My son,
Xanarkand.
do you not hate him? It is all right. He is the one who sowed the seeds of hatred. He is to blame.
Well, at least someone is being reasonable in this
But
family.
I am at fault for letting him become what he was.
And at some point he
was
has
always
to
alone,
take responsibility
half
for his own
half man.
choices.
I wanted to give him the strength to live by himself. And so I became a faith. But Because
Yeah,
I
you
let
just
him taste power,
chose to become a
he
Fade.
began to thirst for more.
But it sounds like you
He was
chose to
not
become
satisfied with my
Seymour's
Aeon.
final
He
Aeon.
wanted more power.
But then that means that Seymour abandoned the pilgrimage journey.
And
But then he
found
somehow
sin.
became a maester after that. But yet,
Yes.
they were telling us that summoners
Come,
that
summoner.
abandon
I will
their
bestow you
pilgrimage
with
are
my
like
power.
heavily looked down upon. So how was this all
The dark Aeon,
allowed?
Anima. Destroy
Oh,
sin
we get Anima.
and my son's obsession with it.
Well, that will distract me from those plot holes, and yeah, we finally
There was
get
small
Anima to
recompense
join
for
our
what I did to
team.
him.
Definitely want to get this Aeon. This is one of the more powerful Aeons. Much better than that Yojimbo guy. So yeah, that is all we can have to do here. I was also expecting that boss fight to take a bit longer, and I was expecting this whole Baj Temple thing to span at least half a video, not just like a third of it. So yeah, we're making more progress in this side questing stuff than I initially anticipated. Oh, so Anima has already got a lot of this stuff. Nice. Let's take a look at his attributes. Okay, it takes a good number of spheres to pump any of his stats. Understandable. When I first played this game on the PS2, I remember doing a whole lot more customization with the... Oh, we're going to get Shiva double cast. So Shiva's going to kind of be my double caster. And we're going to get her Thundaga and Blizzaga while we're at it. Because why not? There we go. Yeah, Shiva's kind of my magic user, whereas I'll depend on Bahamut and Anima and the next summon for their overdrives. And just dishing out tons of damage that way. But yeah, I remember using a whole lot more upgrades for... Hi. My friends are swimming with me. How did you climb back up there? That doesn't make sense. Just think happy thoughts. Anima. Yeah, the Dark Aeon is now happy thoughts. Well, we have Anima. Let's just get back to the airship. And we need to show off Anima. And show off...
Showdown with...
Actually, we need to go back to the Comlands to get the other third and final optional Aeon. Which, this Aeon is really going to be a blast from the past. No, it's not going to be Hulk Hogan or Eric Bischoff or something like that. You could almost think of them as the Outsiders. Oh, that's bad. I want a battle, please. Thank you. Yes, save us from these references. Oh, perfect. Una gets to go first. Summon Anima. Yeah, you know the drill. We need to, well, show off the initial summoning. Though we have already seen this Aeon summon before, but this is the first time we get to summon it. And eventually we will be showing off its overdrive. And oh my, will its overdrive be freaky.
I will share your pain with you.
That's all I'm going to spoil about that. Share the pain. Oh, look at all those skills. Look at all this black magic he's got. Yeah. Let's just attack. Yeah. I wonder if this thing can break the damage limit. without, oh, I just wonder if it can break the damage limit already. 13,000. Yes, it can. Okay, now we need to boost up. Quickest way to charge overdrives here. Okay, one more boost. Well, two more boosts because we get 2 turns in a row here. So this should hopefully give us enough. Maybe? Please? Oh, come on, really? I said please. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll just do another boost. It's not like this thing's gonna kill us. But yeah, up next we have to go back to Remian Temple and meet up with Belgamine again. Feel the pain. There was no numbers on that one. That's because pain also does instant death, so if they're not immune to instant death or they don't evade the instant death, then it'll deal damage. Otherwise, it's just instant death. Okay. We'll ride the Chocobo. We'll stop at the save point on the way there. No need to go back to the one at the tent there. But another thing I remembered. This northwest corner here, and this this spot right down here where they won't let us go past. Where is it? Ah, there it is. There's still a guard there. At first I think there's no guard there, and then they're like, hey, you can't go down there, and then there's a guard there. I'm like, oh, it was hiding. Okay, so I looked this one up online. The way you get past this is you have to do like all the Chocobo trainings, and then you can do like Chocobo races with that, whoever it was, that girl that helps you train the Chocobos. And you have to beat her in a race. Yeah, I think you just have to beat her in a race, and the guard there will disappear. And the item that's down there is one of the, I believe it's the Sun Crest or something for the Celestial weapons, so I'm not super worried about it now that I found out what I'm missing. If it doesn't work just beating her in the race, then you might have to beat her in the Chocobo race while having a time less than 0 minutes and 0 seconds. It sounds absurd, but there's a way you can do it, because when you're in that Chocobo race, there's like different balloons you can collect, and the balloons can reduce your time at the end. So, and if you collect enough balloons, you can actually have a negative time for the race. A little bit silly, but yeah, it's entirely possible. Alright, I'm going to go back to Remian Temple, and that's where we're going to pick up next time.